So I could be learning how to bake cookies tonight, but I could also be learning how to not bake cookies tonight. Thai University. Hi, and welcome back to Thai Tuesday. This is a really special episode we got going because we're starting Thai University, where I learn how to do new stuff that's not ghost hunting. I have the great and powerful Ashley Brooks with me.
Hi! Apparently we're gonna make cookies, but the catch to this is we can't use any pre-made cookie batter.
Right.
And we can't even look at a recipe, because I've never made cookies without a recipe.
We have the basic ingredients over here for cookie things.
This is like the hardest thing I've ever felt in my life.
Mr. Sugar.
Yeah. Baking powder, baking soda, which one?
I know both go in it. I don't know how much of each. I know one is more than the other though, and if you get it wrong, it'll mess it up.
Alright, I guess we're just gonna, play with fire tonight. These are the most important staples of
making cookies. You need to put them in things. Actually, no, oven's the most important staple.
Yeah.
Ash, why don't you lead us on the oven?
Okay, the oven is something you're going to need for this.
Step one.
If you're making cookies at home, if you're following alongside us today, you will need an oven. Maybe a hot plate or a Bunsen burner. Probably not a Bunsen burner. Oh, we're preheating.
Yeah, we got to preheat this.
So what temperature do you... I feel like 425 is a good one. And all these...
Even though I think 425 is what you heat a frozen pizza to.
Cook
We
that.
could try it at this, and if they start to burn, we'll turn it down.
Oh, it seems high.
You thought that was low? I don't think the oven goes much higher. Side note, when I met Ashley, I had to teach her how to use the microwave. Let's put the dries in first, and then we'll put the wets in after. The best part of this episode is that when we're done, regardless of how the cookies turn out, you will have the official Haunt Me cookie recipe at your disposal. So there's that to look forward to.
If you have enemies you want to feed. Okay, so...
You didn't measure it.
Oh. So, now we're measuring. My dad always taught me to eyeball things. That's why I did it. But, because what are we measuring to? We don't even know.
I don't know.
About 1 1/3 cups of flour. So, that's a good place to start.
Let's start there.
Let's put that in there. That's a cup of sugar.
A cup of sugar in.
Smells really good.
Speaking of... Jesus.
Whoa.
Cat's cooking.
This is, it's hard to say because it's lumpy, but I would say it's about somewhere between 1/3 and 2/3 cup.
8 lumps. Teaspoon of salt. This is like ghost hunting. You just have to go with your gut. You walk in that room in the dark and you make choices. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. In.
Alright, so now we have to figure out this baking soda business. You said one of these.
One of these is more than the other.
Right, okay, so since we put not much baking powder in, I think we should put more baking soda today.
When these cookies are done, regardless of how they turn out, we will be giving away cookies to the biggest Haunt Me fans, so send us a message.
I'm starting to think that temperature is really high. Let's start with a teaspoon.
Okay. Judging by the fact that the teaspoon marker can't even fit inside the box, I don't know if this is the right call, but it's the one we're going with.
A little more.
Okay. A little more than a teaspoon is what we're putting in here. How much Vietnamese cinnamon?
I put a teaspoon in,
You guys, if you only have the regular type of cinnamon, I'm not one to judge. We're using Vietnamese cinnamon today, but if all you have is regular stuff, I'm sure that'll work too.
Is nutmeg the thing that if you eat it, you hallucinate?
I think if you get the whole thing.
I'm gonna put less nutmeg in.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it 1/8 of a teaspoon of nutmeg in, because why not? After the dry segment, this is where we are. We haven't stirred yet, so be aware that the stirring is yet to happen. I was a little scared.
That's the only way to get these lumps out.
You might want to wear safety goggles.
Segment 2, the wet segment.
1/2 a stick of butter, and it was put in the microwave for 30 seconds.
1/3 of a cup of water. That's healthy.
Okay, so this is a 1/2 of a third, so 1/6 of a cup of vegetable oil. This is the liquid. You'll see that it's kind of chunky and separating, and that's science. It's okay. No need to freak.
Oh! 1 egg.
1 egg.
Camera, I learned this before.
Wow.
One-handed. Emerald Lagasse, bitches.
Okay, so I'm putting this in with the solids.
Okay. 1 spoonful of peanut butter. Is that Put that in there, because
Okay.
otherwise it's just gonna get chunky and gross.
Okay, one more splash of vegetable oil. Just a, just a little splash.
Whole bag of...
No, we're putting some back. We're putting some back.
So if you're following the Haunt Me official recipe so far, your dry mixture should look like this.
It looks delicious. Computer, this isn't a knock-knock joke.
Oh, cat.
What does a baby computer call its father?
Dada.
Okay, so you got your dry.
And you get your wet stage. That's
That sounded really gross.
the cookie jello.
So let's just add flour, keep adding it until it starts to solidify.
Let's add it a quarter cup at a time so
Okay.
that they know. Because this is important that you guys are taking this recipe home.
I'm gonna
Share
take
with
the
your
banana
families. Add more.
This is about 1/8 of a cup of sugar. This is a cup of flour. I'm gonna add half a cup.
We're on the right track. We're gonna get there.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so we are going to scoop these out. I'm gonna make some nice cookie shapes
Make
here.
some cookie shapes. These are orbs.
Cookies in disguise. Right, I think that's good.
Okay.
I feel like the oven might be too hot.
Preheat your oven to 425 to make sure it gets to the temperature you need. Then turn the oven down to 375 so that you don't push it too hard.
You don't want to start a fire and...
Ash.
Oh, why don't you... No! No!
Ah!
That's pretty hot, huh? Alright, we're putting them in.
I can't, there's nothing I can do right now.
Here they are. Okay.
Check on your cookies in 10 minutes. Or the 2-minute warning.
I'm just gonna say that they don't really smell like cookies should.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Cookie time! I don't think they're done.
Ew.
Ew. Oh, these cookies are meal.
They are like still wet.
We're in the final 30 seconds of our cookie experiment.
Over the break, we were looking at the cookies and we started to realize that they kind of look and smell like banana bread.
We've turned the oven down to 350 to make sure that our cookie bread doesn't burn. And put another 4 minutes on the clock.
So we've decided to take the cookies out because we smell burning.
I think our first blood row level haunt is inside of this oven. That's a mess. Cookies!
The transfer is important.
I'm optimistic about these cookies. They smell delicious. You think this is working? Is this good?
burning.
So I would recap our cookies in saying that it was an interesting experience, and I'm excited to bite into this. We made banana bread. We're branding this as to-go Haunt Me style banana bread.
It's kind of good.
Yeah, if you're on an investigation and you can't pack a whole loaf, this is what you need. That's a job well done. Change the recipe on top.
Amazing banana
Amazing banana bread nuggets.
It's a little dry.
It's a little dry. I could go for some milk.
Yeah, you need maybe drink alongside it.
I'm probably gonna bring some of these banana bread cookie nuggets on future investigations because they're
Get the
handy.
potassium boost energy from chocolate.
And like, there's just nothing this cookie can't do. But it is a little dry, so you also have to bring some milk for your friends. What did we do wrong? I don't know. So if you know, post that in the comments below. Feel free to post your own recipes below. Make sure to like this so you don't miss any of the Haunt Me episodes coming out this season. That's what this is really all about. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed me and Ash making these banana bread cookie nuggets. And we'll see you next time.
Like us on Facebook.
Yeah, thank you.